Hey everyone, first apologies that this video may take some time to watch. We'll be looking today at how to create an assessment in Wonders using help from SchoolAI. So here we are with Wonders on the left-hand side, SchoolAI on the right-hand side. What we need to do first is to jump into the assistants in SchoolAI so that we can open the co-teacher. And co-teacher acts a lot like ChatGPT. What I've done is written a prompt previously, so you wouldn't have to sit here and watch me craft this. This is about a third grade class and creating an article about recycling. And it's written to the point of the prompt helping to identify reasons that support a claim. This is one of the third grade proficiency standards. So I've asked for Lexile levels 600 to 820. I've asked for headings in the article, reasons why recycling is important, and then for SchoolAI to create a 4-question quiz with the OK levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 in increasing complexity. The first 3 questions should be multiple choice, and one of those should have at least 3 correct options among the choices. So they get used to that idea of more than one right answer. Excuse me, 4th question should be a short answer question, and I also ask for a rubric. So let's let the GPT right now go ahead and create this article for us, and then we'll take a look at it to make sure that it provides some reasons. You can see these have headings about the reasons. Hopefully that's standard or obvious enough. And then from there, here's our quiz showing up at the bottom, and the answer key should be appearing right here. You can see question 3 has 3 right answers. Choose 3 here in our document. And then we also have the rubric. It's not a table though, so I want to fix that. Make the rubric into a table so that it's a little easier to use. So we'll let that do that right here. So now we've kind of got our information prepped. You can see over here on the right-hand side of the screen, it keeps track of this article. Now, when I jump over here into Wonders, I need to come into my Assessment and Data tab at the top and open the Online Assessment Center. And one thing you can do to really help yourself here is to create some folders so you can keep track of where all your materials are. Once you begin with a new folder, it will create one called My Assessments. And then inside My Assessments, I've created subfolders for each of the units. And I want to come into Unit 2 right here. We'll call this Unit 2 Week 4 so that it's easy to keep track of. And this is about explanations or reasons. So I want that to be in there. So I'll create that assessment. And now it breaks into this section, but I need to do something before I come in and add a question. So I'm going to save and exit, and it's going to go into my Unit 2 assessment. What I need now though is to make a place for my passage. So I'm going to jump back a screen, and it's opened another one here by my sheer click. I want to come in and put in the passage, and this is going in my passages. So I want to make a new passage here, and I'll call this one Unit 2 Week 4 explanation, so I can keep track of that. Now what I need is the article over here on the right. So I'm going to copy this article, which by the way would be wise to read. I'm going to pretend I did, you didn't see this, and I'll paste this in. So now I have why recycling plastic is important. I've got the intro and then each of these parts in here, and now I can add that passage. So now I have the passage ready to go. So now I can come back to my assessments in my assessments, which was in Unit 2, and this will all make sense as you go because eventually you're going to have a long list of assessments. And now I'm ready to start adding my information. So I can come in here now and I can start adding questions. And once I do this, I want to create a new question here. This first one is going to be multiple choice. And here is my first question. So I'm going to highlight that question, copy, paste over here. Then I can look at my answer choices, and these I have to do sadly one at a time, which is fine. It beats me having to type them all. And so option one goes right there. Then I'll snag option 2 here and paste that on this side. Option 3. I apologize that this does take a minute, but in the end it'll be worth your time because it will really help to prep your students for, as third graders, their first year of RISE testing. So I'll come down, we'll put this in here. Now what I need to look at is to scroll down just a touch on this side, find my answer key question, item B. They might mistake it for food, which is obviously correct. That becomes my correct answer. And now with this said, I'm going to come all the way to the bottom. Now there's a bunch of other options here. What I need to do though is to come down to the bottom and find my passage. So I'm going to add an existing passage, and I look in my passages here, and I'm going to find the one called explanations, check the box next to it right here, and then say add. Now what this will do in my layout, excuse me, it's going to put the reading selection next to the questions. So I skipped over a lot of this stuff at the bottom with hints and so on. I don't think as a CFA they need that explanation. We could add that, but for now we just need this much. So I'm going to save that as question 1. Now I should have made a little mistake here. I'm going to come into this one and call this one question 1 so that I can find it again later. Sometimes Wonders will just reorganize your test for you. So I've got that one done. Now I want to add question 2. I'm going to add a new question. And so question 2, how does recycling save resources, on the right. So I'm going to copy all of this. And I'm going to put in multiple choice on this one. Question 2, as you recall, was just multiple choice, not multiple answer. So I'll put in question number 2 here and paste in the question. And then this will pretty much follow the same as we've done. So I can copy this one as an answer choice. I'll paste that here. I accidentally picked up the A. I don't want that. I just want using more energy. We'll come over here. We'll grab by using less oil. Copy that. We'll scroll down. Jump in right here. Paste. Delete. Come over to creating more trash. Copy that one. Jump in here. Again, I picked up a little extra there with the letter C in that bullet. That's cool. I can clear that out. Come over here. Copy. Come down to item D. Paste and remove. Now you noticed it gave me a bunch of extra stuff there too. The answer to this one is by using less oil because plastic is a petrochemical, so I can mark that one. Again, scrolling all the way to the bottom, I'm going to add my existing passage so that students will have access to it during the time they're taking this quiz. I'll add that. Now my last one here is which of the following are benefits of recycling, and this is choose 3. So on this one, we'll add a new question. I'm going to create a new one. And in our selection, on this one, multiple choice, multi-select is what we're looking for because we do have 3 right answers. So we're going to come over here, pick up our question 3, number it 3. It's kind of essential to help us keep the test in order. And then we'll look down at our answers very quickly. Again, thank you for your patience. This does take a few minutes, but the benefits, I think, are worth the time invested, especially in helping your students to be prepared for RISE testing, but also for you to collect information from them about how they're performing on this standard, which is going to be an important one, being able to identify reasons from reading selections. So I think that'll be valuable. You'll notice that this one does have 5 options, so I'm going to need to add one more choice here at the bottom because generally Wonders gives you 4 choices. So when I get down here, I can add a choice and then paste this one in. Now our answer key over here tells us that A, B, and D are the correct answers. So let's scroll. We'll find A, we'll find B, and then we'll scroll all the way down to item D. Then again, we roll clear to the bottom right here, and we need to choose our existing prompt. So we'll come down here, we'll go to my passages, we'll pick explanations again, scroll down, and choose add. We do have now our short answer. This one's the easiest one of all to add, of course, because we can save our last question here and then jump up to our add question for our student type, or our question type, sorry. And this one happens to be a short answer. And so all we need to do here is paste in, scroll clear to the bottom, add our existing prompt and our existing reading selection, sorry. So we'll scroll down, pick that up. And now we can save, and our question should be ready. Let's take a look at the student preview and see what we've created here for explanations. You'll note now that it's going to have us start the assignment. You can see we have our reading selection here, which does scroll, that's good. And then we might be able to answer, go to our next question, and so on. Again, the reading selection because we selected it. If you only want them to read one time, then you wouldn't scroll all the way to the bottom and select the option to include the reading selection that you've created. On this one, let's answer wrong. I'm going to say by using more energy just to see what we get. Our next question here is 3 of these. I think it was A, B, and D. And so we can, I may have selected E on that one. And here we'll type yada 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 answer, and we'll say done and review. Excuse me. And we'll submit, and now we can kind of see how we did. We'll view our score details right here. And as Mr. Reese is often want to do, I think we've got our stuff right here. Here's our wrong answer, right answer, and so on. So I think we're in good shape. I do need to go back and edit this one to make sure that it's done correctly. And I think that covers it. So that should be all we need to see here. We can exit the student preview. It's on its own page. So just click that one out. And I think that's what it takes to create a quiz in Wonders. I hope you enjoyed it and that it answered your questions here. Meanwhile, have a great day.